Jed May.
Hey Andrew, has the mood in practice been any different this week? Has there been any more urgency, or has it been kind of a normal practice week?
No, absolutely. We're trying to pay more attention to detail, kind of clean a lot of the stuff up from the last couple of weeks. It's been the same. Obviously, the intensity and everybody's focus is obviously present. Trying to prepare for Auburn's game.
Hey Andrew, Coach Green's offense is one that's obviously really up tempo. It leads to a lot of threes, stuff like that. But 3-point shooting is something you guys have struggled with, especially in conference play. Going forward, I guess, how does this team need to strike a balance between the up tempo stuff while also, I guess, maybe doing more of what this team does well, since you guys have been struggling with the three ball?
I think one of the things we wanted to focus on was our ball movement. Looking at the LSU game, we felt like that was our most complete game as a team, and when we moved the ball and played together, we found a lot of open shots, and it was actually one of the best games. So we want to continue that and build upon that. And I feel like with that, when you use everybody as a team and play together, we can increase our 3-point percentage.
All right, let's have Palmer Tomes and then Zach Klein.
Yeah, Andrew, obviously the news about KD's eligibility yesterday. What was your initial reaction to that? And do you have any stories of him in practice about, what we maybe should expect to see?
Everybody was pumped. It was emotional for everybody, especially for Coach and KD himself. I mean, this dude is probably the greatest competitor I've ever seen or ever played with. And, I can't wait I'm excited for him to be on the court. He brings tremendous energy every single day. And it's nonstop, and it's hard for someone. You can't obviously feel what he's been feeling these past weeks and not being able to play, but he's consistently always brought that energy. And now having him in practice and now in the games is going to bring a whole different level of competitiveness.
Yeah, and just to follow up on that, is that what you think he's going to bring? Just kind of unleash that energy and just kind of, kind of like a dog locked up in a cage a little bit, right?
Absolutely, and for sure you see his film in high school, and it's the same way here. He's just relentless, and it doesn't matter who he plays against, or if it's just a pickup game, or if it's just playing after practice. It's the same approach, and that's what we need. That's what I feel like will really help us and pump everybody up during the game.
All right, let's have Chip Towers and then Ryan Curley.
Yeah, Andrew, I'm just wondering, the contrast was pretty stark between the LSU game and the Arkansas game. To what do you owe that generally? I mean, obviously it's 2 back-to-back long travel trips, but I don't know if that had anything to do with it or what. I know you got to put that thing behind you, but right. What can you take out of it and into Auburn?
What we can take out for sure is just our connectiveness, and we did a lot of internal stuff, but the biggest takeaway is obviously we need to play both sides of the games, not worry about calls, and just continue to play as a team. That's really our main focus, because when we play as a team, it shows on the offensive end and defensive end with our deflections, with our how many passes we get, and for sure, trying to keep our turnovers down. But so those kind of are our biggest takeaways, and we just want to keep staying positive and in our approach to every game and stay together.
Hey, Andrew, Coach mentioned that the last couple of losses, especially the Arkansas one, came down to a lot of lack of effort. Do you think there's anything that was maybe contributing to that low energy during the game?
I mean, sometimes in games like those, you tend to get frustrated. And you know what I'm saying, when you get frustrated, you might put your head down and stuff like that, and you might just think so what's the problem? And what we all came together as a team was that we gotta just stay connected and keep the fight, and don't let adversity hit and try to bring us down. So we all built from that game, and now we feel prepared and connected as ever.
All right, and the last 2 questions, let's have Mark Weiser and then Mike Griffith.
Andrew, I just want to ask you, you guys have had 2 games on the road, 1 game at home in the SEC play. With the crowds so reduced, do you think there's a home court advantage, in SEC play, or is that wiped out?
Uh, it, I think it could be wiped out. I feel like a lot of times, like, we need our own bench energy, and a lot of times you can hear yourself on the court. So like what we've always known and what coach told us, that the loudest team and the most energetic team is probably going to be the one who wins the game or is going to have the best chances. You want to consistently try to keep everybody pumped up. So wherever we go, we got to have like a complete total effort since there's a lack of fans. That nature.
Thanks.
Hey, Andrew, obviously, Coach Crean's had some very young teams, and he brought a lot of experienced guys like you and Justin on. Do you think that experience, that age, could make you a little bit more resilient than some of the younger teams we've seen at Georgia that haven't been able to bounce back from 30-point losses like that?
I mean, it's natural to say that, but I feel like this group of guys that we have now, like, just from my personal standpoint, I've been connected with them, and I feel like I have a really good relationship. So I feel like on and off the court, everybody's like able to take constructive feedback and kind of like work together. So no matter if just because I'm a senior or I've been in college for it's my 5th year, or if it's a freshman, I feel like everybody's open up just to receive any type of feedback, which is what you need in a team. So that does help with experience, but I feel like our connectiveness as a group, it makes it easier.
All right. Thanks so much, Andrew.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to be joined by Justin Kier shortly. Alrighty, let's start first with Mark Weiser and then Mike Griffith.
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. A little off topic, not really related to Auburn, but I'm curious with the NCAA allowing every basketball athlete an opportunity to have another year of eligibility if they want. Is that something that you talked about with the coaching staff when that came out, or when you think about your future after this season? Is that something that you'll consider?
Yeah, I haven't had much talk with coach, but I think that's something that we'll deal with after the season. Once I think we're really focused on just winning basketball games right now. But yeah, I'm sure that's something that we'll talk about. That's something that we'll probably keep towards the team right now. But just we're really focused on winning basketball games and what we can do better, so we can get out of the slump.
Yep. Thanks.
Hey, Justin, Coach Crean's had some younger teams in the past that have had some big setbacks like the one you guys had at Arkansas. How does being an older, more experienced guy maybe equip you guys to be able to bounce back from those kind of 30-point losses?
Yeah, we gotta get better. Going on the road with stuff like that, it's a different environment with no fans or a little bit of fans, but you have to come together as a team to win on the road. With games like that, when you're not shooting well, when things aren't going your way, you got to become more together. And I think that's a little bit of what we got to work on. And I think we've been working on that, since that loss as well. But that's just going to show, if we're mature or not, if we can come out and win games on the road when things aren't going our way. So, I think we'll get better at that. And like I said, I think this group is special, and I think, when adversity hits, that's shows when a true man's going to respond and how he's going to respond. So, we'll see what goes on. I think we're going to, continue to pick this up.
All right, up next, let's have Ryan Curley and then Chip Towers.
Hey, Justin, Andrew was asked this, so I was going to circle back with you and ask you too about KD Johnson. What do you think he's going to bring to the team? What does this mean for you guys?
Oh, it's a big advantage for us, just because he's a great competitor. He's a great competitor. No matter how much he hasn't been able to play, he's been competing and making us better every single day in practice. So just having him on the floor with us now is gonna, I think the guys are really excited. I know he is really excited. I'm really excited. You know, the entire, you know, program is really excited to have him. So we can, you know, I hope he has, you know, get those jitters out and he's ready to play because, you know, as an 18, 19-year-old kid, being put in this position, I know it wasn't easy for him. And, you know, we try to have his back as much as we could. So I know he's really excited just to, you know, be with his brothers and be on that floor fighting with us.
Yeah, Justin, I do want to ask you about Auburn, but before that, I'm still curious. I never have gotten any satisfactory answer on, did you ever find out why you guys weren't awarded the ball at the end of the LSU game when you looked like you stole the inbounds and threw the ball off the guy's foot? And, you know, it was just kind of like it wasn't reviewed. And I was just sitting there going, what's the deal? Did you ever get an answer on that?
I have not.
Okay.
I think, you know, you know, they do their job well. So they must know things that we don't. I was really confused at the moment, but, you know, we're moved on from that now. We're ready to, you know, continue to play and come out and hopefully try to beat Auburn this next game. So we're past that, you know, that's in the past and we'll learn from that, but we're moving forward.
Let me ask you this. You guys obviously played so well against LSU on the road. A few days later, Arkansas. What was the difference mainly just in the energy and the execution?
Like I said, I think, you know, just when things aren't going well, you know, that's when our team has to come together the most. And I think a couple spurts we didn't. You know, I think we put our head down a couple of times when they went on runs, and that's what you can't do in this league in the SEC. You know, these teams are really well coached, and you know they plan us just like we scout and plan them. So just when adversity hits, you know, we got to be able to step up and get other things done. If we're not going offensively, you know, we got to step up a little bit more on defense. And if we're not going, you know, doing well on defense, you know, we got to continue to, you know, maintain that maturity to come out and compete when things aren't going well.
All right. Thanks so much, Justin. And we will be joined by Coach Crean shortly.